global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Earlier in the month, the youth of Niger Delta threatened to shut down the activities of oil and gas in their region, particularly in Warri side, where they clamored and said that they were duly marginalized. 57 oil was given out by investors. None were from the Niger Delta region, or very few rather, just about 2 or 3 thereabout were from Niger Delta, and they were screaming marginalization, and these proceedings and processes need to be reviewed, and hence the attention of the vice president was drawn. A lot of things. The vice president also promised that after the Salah period that they were going to look into it, of which a lot of youth started agitating and insisting that this time around there should be inclusion. They should be included in the whole process. Well, the Gbaramatu Traditional Council of Chiefs and Movement for the Development of Itsekiri oil and gas producing communities have spoken. But before we go to the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so by clicking on the red subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get both subscribed and notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. MDIOGPC, which means the Movement for the Development of Itsekiri oil and gas producing communities, have said that they are yet to get any commitment from the federal government and Delta State government respectively, as it affects their resolve to ground Nigeria's crude oil and gas industry over perceived marginalization. The Feiwe, that's the spokesman of the Gbaramatu Kingdom, Chief Godspower Igbenikama, TDA, and Chairman Board of Trustees Movement for the Development of Itsekiri Oil and Gas Producing Communities, MDIOGPC, Chief Mike Orderly, in a joint press statement issued after an emergency meeting held yesterday in Warri, Delta State, warned that their patience was growing thinner and are very likely to ground operations of the International Oil and Gas Companies, IOC, any moment from now. Okay? They stressed that the reported intervention of the federal government through the Vice President Yemi Osibajo and the purported peace overtures by the Delta State government, represented by the State Deputy Governor Barrister Kingsley Otuaro, seemed like a deliberate hoax to avoid addressing their demands. They went further to say that recall that members of MDIOGPC and other interest groups from Itsekiri ethnic nationality recently gathered at Omadino in Warri South local government area in Delta State to launch into the riverine and other areas where multinational oil and gas companies operate, to ground their operations following the expiration of the ultimatum handed down to the federal government and the Gbaramatu Ijos, equally mobilized for the same purpose before reported peace overtures by the federal and Delta State government. The demands of Gbaramatu Traditional Council of Chiefs and the Movement for the Development of Itsekiri Oil and Gas Producing Communities, MDIOGPC, include the need for the federal government to halt the current process of bids for the 57 marginal fields, come up with new modalities where competent companies owned by Gbaramatu indigenes as well as the Itsekiri sons and daughters will be given right of first refusal, and the immediate resumption of work at the multi-billion-dollar Gas Revolution Industry Park project, GRIP, Ogidigbe, and Deep Sea Port in Warri Southwest Local Government Area, Delta State. They also want the federal government to direct the relevant MDAs and IOCs to embark on large-scale shore protection, sand filling project in Itsekiri and Gbaramatu riverine or oil-producing communities, institute process for the facilitation of abandoned age-long Omadino Escavros Road, oil machinery for the commencement of Koko Igenyen Road project, which has remained a mere campaign tool for successive administrations despite the strategic importance to the socio-economic development of Niger Delta and Southwest. The immediate relocation of floating dock shipbuilding yard to Gbaramatu, the floating dock shipbuilding yard was meant to serve as a veritable platform for students of Nigerian maritime Maritime University, Okeri Koko, to acquire practical knowledge and advance their technical skills. This is a clear path to employment and appointment opportunities for our capable sons and daughters. We demand immediate and comprehensive investigation into what led to millions of dead and rotten fishes that surfaced on the waterways and fish traps in Gbaramatu Kingdom, with a view to carry out the necessary remediation so that the needful can be done for those who have suffered loss or damage. I don't think it's a big one to ask. If you ask me, these are the primary owners of the community. All right. Even generally, the Holy Book says that the husbandman is the first partaker, right? So what's the difference here? If the northern part of Nigeria, recently they have discovered gold in large quantity, and they have done something very unique about it, where CBN will need to buy directly from them and pay them in the equivalent in exchange rate. Before then, they will not think of taxation. That is full ownership. There's no this full ownership of their resource. They have full resource control over their gold. I think same thing should be given to the southern part. You cannot be milking the southern part, and they're having issues with environmental pollution, and nothing is being done. How can fishermen or farmers or fishermen, let's use a typical example of the fishes now. The fishermen suffer such great losses where their fishes are dying in quantum. That means that water environment now, there's a water pollution that is ongoing in that particular water, and the fishes are dying. It needs remediation, at the rightly say. You need to clean up the pollution. Maybe it's probably an oil spill, no one knows, but until something is being done, it can have biomagnifying effect on those who consume those fishes. You never can tell. One will say they won't consume it, but the level of poverty that Nigerians operate now is alarming. It's mind-boggling. You'll be surprised that some of the local fishermen can actually go pick up this fish, roast it, smoke it, and sell it into the main market. They may not sell it within their community. They may sell it outside their community, and whatever it is that kill those fishes can get biomagnified from those who do not know that those fishes were actually poisoned before they die, and you begin to see a different kind of diseases emanating from Nigeria, and this needs to stop. They did not ask for something very difficult, if you ask me. And if this continues, I thought by now this issue would have been resolved, because it has been ongoing for a long while now, and we thought by now this whole thing should have been resolved. If for any reason, don't forget that right now, for the case of the North, they are gradually bringing into the issue of selling of gold. But for now, the mainstream Nigeria has always been oil and gas. Now, if for any reason you allow these Itsekiri guys to go in and Niger Delta, you should go in and begin to bomb the refineries and the companies and whatever they tend to do. To spell well, to augur well for economy. Already, Nigeria is already over-tensed. There's so much policy heated up. We do not need this. I feel that by now, all anger should be held on deck. Fairly recently, there was a video where a young man was warning other youths, say, please, we're not telling the youth to hold them. So they're not telling the youth to go and warn their papa and warn their mama that are going to Abuja to represent them. And they should not go and speak for their stomach and their pot bellies and their bag of Ghana must go money bags. That they should speak the mind of the Itsekiri youth, which is total inclusion in the whole process of employment and empower and cleaning and making the sons and daughters of Niger Delta the first partakers for every processes of oil block marginal field. They should at least have 1 or 2 persons represented. So you can see that these youths are not joking at all. So I feel personally that the government should quickly look into this before it escalates beyond this level. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on what these youths are saying? They're demanding for what is best for them. And if you ask me, I think all stakeholders should sit on a round table and look into their demands. What's your take on this? Let's meet in our comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more updates on this and much more.